Good morning, everybody. Happy day after Labor's Day. It's good to see everybody. I just had a few things I wanted to get off my chest today. Things that were kind of bothering me. Um, things I think that everybody needs to know about. Things that I think will help everybody. Because that's what we're here for. That's what every one of us is here for. We're going to bring each other down. We're going to raise each other up, right? So, I'm trying to get this adjusted right. I got my cat tree in the background and got my Blues Championship champagne bottles that haven't been opened. I don't think I'll ever open them, but they're there just in case. Maybe when we win again, we can get new bottles. But I see a lot of people out there that are hurting. I'm mostly talking to the guys out there. Um, ever since I was a little kid, I cared about guys that I had saw that were, just people that were sitting alone at dinner, people that were sitting alone at the movies, just guys that you know deserve to be in a relationship, deserve to be happy, and they weren't. And that's kind of my goal. Uh, that's the whole purpose of this. I've been blessed enough to where I mean, I'm not attractive, but I I look good enough, and I I was with the same girl, from when I was I'd say 19. I think we skipped a year, but until I was about 28. And I did, for the most part, I was loyal. Not for the most part, I was loyal. And I missed out on like my whole 20s of dating, and I didn't know what the heck to do when I got out of it. Um, I got out of my marriage, got a beautiful daughter out of it, but I guess the whole purpose of this video is just to say that, you know, you as a human being deserve to be able to get what you want. And a lot of us are just accepting what's being thrown in front of us, and not necessarily going for what we think is the right thing to do. Um, we get stuck in relationships. In our case, it was we moved in together, we started having bills together, we had pets together. Even though I knew it wasn't going to work out, I thought, I probably should try. My parents never got divorced, and Lord knows they didn't have any. You know, Lord knows they had issues. So um, I guess this is the first video, but what I want to get across is that a lot of us stay in an unhappy relationship. One, because we don't know what it's like to be outside of a relationship, and two, we're not necessarily sure it's for us. We said I do, and that means that I do forever. In a perfect world, that's exactly what would happen. So I'm going to drink my Bush NA, non-alcoholic beer. Tastes like crap, but whatever. Um, so yeah, so after about 8 or 9 years of being in a relationship, missing all my 20s, I got into the dating scene. And I think uh, before I ever started dating this woman, there was no like dating apps, or if there were, they were really like only losers would use them, and it wasn't like a popular thing. So I mean, after I knew my divorce was coming, I started going out there, started meeting women, and I realized that I wasn't having very much luck. I figured, hey, I'm an attractive guy, I'm a funny guy, I'm easy to talk to, I can do this, right? No. There's so much that goes into it, so much I didn't know then that I know now. Now I'm getting a little old, but I guess so. The girls that I'm dating, so I guess it all evens out. I won't date anybody in the 20s anymore, so it's just not gonna happen. But to get this story started, I wanted to make it so that I wanted to make it so that men didn't have to deal with the problems that I was dealing with when I was going through the situation. I got lucky a few times, if you call it lucky. Yeah, I had some good dates, and some of them went well, but I didn't know what to do afterwards, and I didn't know how to set up a profile. I didn't know how to text, really. I mean, the only person I ever texted was my wife, or my ex-wife, I guess, at this point, but I just made so many mistakes between 27 and 32, but I had so many good experiences, and I enjoyed it. And now I know I have so much to offer. Not for me, I'm happy. I've got a wonderful woman now, so it's not a big deal. But I'm talking about the other guys. I know guys that I'm not going online dating. It's for losers. You don't meet with them. This isn't 2021 or 2022, man. This is everybody's online. Doesn't matter if you're like the most uncool person or the coolest person. People are meeting people online and they're going on dates, and it's so important to know how to do it. And that's important to me, is that people learn how to do it, because otherwise you're going to end up not getting what you want. So with that being said, this first, we'll call it chapter, first video is going to be on how to set up your profile. Alright, so there's a few no-nos that right off the bat I want to get to. And I'm saying this based off of hundreds of hours of experience, almost 1,000 dates, uh, so many encounters, so many things I did right, so many things I did wrong, putting it all together and figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and making the best out of crappy situations. So I say this with experience, uh, that you got to be, I don't care what you're looking for, marriage, girlfriend, short-term, long-term, one-night stand, whatever. But I'd prefer not to help the one-night stand guys, because it's not worth it. Trust me, you won't be happy. You might feel like it for a month or whatever, but that's not the ultimate goal here. Just use my advice to make yourself happy and to make yourself feel uh, fulfilled, and get what you want out of life, because that's what's important, not just to me but to everybody. First thing is, when you go to profiles, well, let's take a step back. First thing is picking the right dating app. So there's a bunch of dating apps, right? You got your Bumble, you got your Tinder, you got your Plenty of Fish, you got your Match, you got your Farmers Only. I, there's so many. I don't even know. There's so many I can't even name them all. Like, I could sit here and do a 20-minute video just naming different apps by on my phone. But let's look at like the main five, right? Tinder, Bumble, Match, uh, and I guess Farmers Only, but we'll go OkCupid or whatever. But the first thing is that you have to be happy with yourself. That's the number one priority. Know what you want and be happy with yourself. Those two things are most important, and that'll help you direct what you want to do in the future. And you might be saying to yourself right now, saying, I don't know what I want. Like, when I first got out of a relationship, I just wanted to feel loved again. I just wanted to meet women and talk to women and see if I still had it. I didn't care about long-term or marriage or getting laid. I guess a little bit of that, but ultimately, I didn't know what I wanted when I first started, which ultimately hurt me because I didn't know what I should do and what I shouldn't do. Because what you want determines how you're going to act, and how you're going to present yourself, and how you're going to, what you're going to say, what kind of pictures you're going to use, all that type of thing. So if you're looking for marriage, a good place would be Match. Um, most people that go on Match are looking for something long term. Usually, yeah, Cushioning is another one. It's something where you're not on there just for a hookup, right? It's kind of the general consensus that this is, something that matters to people. If you're going for like a hookup or just to meet fun and see where it goes, something like that, Tinder is a good option. I like Bumble because Bumble gives the girls the options to say, this guy's for me, this guy's not for me. Either way, I don't really care. But it's a good way to at least know that the girl you're talking to has interest in you. Same with Tinder, we have to swipe. Whereas Match, you could just send a message to them, and they may never respond to you. You don't know if they never got it. They got it, they don't care. Uh, they're not. You're not what they're looking for. Um, and so basically, the first thing is you want to pick the app for what you're looking for. And if you don't know what you're looking for, try them all. Make a profile for each one of them. After that, once you've figured out what you're looking for, or don't, um, there's some certain rules about pictures. First off, like you don't want to put a picture out there where you're underneath your chin like that. Okay, you want to have like a nice picture. Also, you want to have yourself going out doing stuff. Go if I live in St. Louis, obviously you can tell by my blues stuff. Go out there and go by the arch. Have somebody take a picture of it. Everybody does a camera. You can take pictures of each other. You can do this together. Have pictures of you going out. Don't hide what you look like. Don't put a picture that's 10 years old. You're gonna lose trust right away. Even when you show up to the date, it's already gonna be over, right? Have a picture of what you actually look like. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to like be somebody that you're not, because it's just going to end up bad in the end. Don't have group pictures. I mean, one is okay, but don't use it as your like main profile picture, because if you have better looking friends or somebody that they're more attracted to than you, because everybody has different tastes, you may be better looking, but that person may be what they're looking for more than what you're looking for. Then they swipe to the next picture and it's not you, right? That's not going to help nobody. All right. Um, just have pictures of you genuinely, just generally who you are. Wear something nice. Wear a nice shirt. Wear a polo shirt. Show yourself at a wedding, doing something fancy. Um, I don't really know what else to say on that other than just be yourself or project what you're looking for when it comes to the type of woman that you're looking for. So once you get the actual profile picture down, then you go to the meat and potatoes. Now, I wouldn't say too much. I wouldn't be very specific, as far as what exactly you're looking for in your bio. Um, just say something funny, something catchy, something that makes you stand out. I'll say that, hey, my name's Kevin. I like to long walk to the beach. I'm looking for something long term. If you're not this, this, and this, and this, don't message me. None of that kind of stuff. Just something funny. Like, hey, I hear it's going to rain this weekend. I'm looking for somebody to hold hands and skip with in puddles. Something like that, right? Something funny, something loose, something that makes you stand out. Or, hey, Blues are in town this weekend. I'll probably be able to hang out this weekend because I'm going to be at the Blues game watching it. I'm going to be doing something fun. But message me. Who knows? You could be my next Blues date. Something along those lines. Something that makes you stand up. If you were looking for a girl who likes hockey, or it could be baseball or basketball, football, whatever. If you're looking for somebody who has that same interest, then you want to utilize that. Use your profile to be funny. Be different. That's it. Have funny pictures. Have pictures that look like you. Don't have group pictures. Don't do the topless picture. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, look, we all have, if you're not impressing anybody. I'm sorry to say it, it makes you, I mean, maybe to some girls, but most girls, it's going to come off. You're going to look like a show off, somebody that cares more about themselves. Like, so there might be a few girls that are just going to get laid that might like that, and that could be a thing for you. But ultimately, we all have decent bodies, you know. And if you don't, right, I would, like I said, don't lie. Just be like, there's, you know, I got more to love. Personality, let your personality stand out. You can't do anything about our looks other than get in shape if you're not in shape. If you're ugly, you're ugly. Know you're ugly and then joke about it. Just be funny. People like to be around people that are funny and confident. No matter what they look like or who they are. Be confident, be yourself, be funny. And like I said, most importantly, know what you want. Alright, so then it's the actual texting time. So we've already talked about what to say, you know, how to present yourself, how to profile, how to pick the app. Now our girl swipes right on you in Tinder. Do not, under any circumstances, go, hey, she's got 300 other people saying, hey. You better be like Brad Pitt looking if you're going to pull that off. And even then, you're probably going to be screwed because someone's going to be funny and cool and collected, and they're going to outdo Brad Pitt looking dude. Okay? Don't do that shit. It's not attractive. It's boring. And it's forgettable. Say something funny to me. Get them thinking, you know what? This guy made me laugh. I bet he's really fun to hang out with. That's what you want. The whole point is to get them to hang out with you and see where it goes. Now, I've heard one is to hang out with them, preferably at night, have a good time, and hook up. I did that for a while, and then I realized that's not what I wanted, so I stopped. I'm saying that's something you should or shouldn't do, but that's not the way I operate. I've done it. For me, it wasn't rewarding. But you say something funny. You know, say, hey, that third picture you had, you have such a silly face. You seem silly. Let's go hang out. Let's go let's go do something fun. Or hey, I saw you had a picture at Ballpark Village. I was just there last weekend. You know, next time you're there, let's kick it. Something like that. So most guys will tell you that you need to right away set up a date. Right away. Which I'm not against. The longer you wait, the more she's getting in your inbox, and the less chance you have. I honestly do believe that if you are texting somebody, start off with a few funny lines, and then you set up a date. From there, you do what you want to do. But you have to be funny, you have to be charming, you have to be yourself. And then when you get to the date, which we'll talk about in the next episode, that's when you become the guy she can't be without. But you'll never get to that point if you don't get the first steps right. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you get there. No matter what she looks like, I don't care if she's a 10 and you're a 5. Well, let me rephrase that. You have to at least be a 5 in her eyes in order to have attraction. So you do have to have that. But as long as she finds you a little bit attractive and funny, you can work it to where you can make the right moves if you are in the right state of mind, if you believe in yourself. Alright, so this was a very generic intro video, just about setting up profile, knowing what you want, picking an app, making sure that you have a good bio, making sure that you're sending the right messages, the right amount of messages, and making sure you're sending off the right persona that she's gonna want to be around. Like I said, it doesn't matter what you look like; it just matters what you think of yourself. That's the end of this video. I'll talk to you again in video 2. Later.